Hello, my name is Louise and we are here for lesson 46 of Year 2 Phonics. So let's jump in. We're starting with that activation of our phonological awareness. So today, remember when we come to the board, you can always pause the camera and place these on sticky notes or pieces of scrap paper, and as I call the next change, you can be doing it in front of you. If not, you can be following along with me on the board. Okay, so let's start with our first word. Have your pieces of paper or even a pencil and paper, and you can write the word that I'm about to call. So first word today is crunch. Locate the grapheme or write the word. Go. Crunch. K-r-a-n-ch. Remember, you can be writing. Tap and say. K-r-a-n-ch. Crunch. Excellent. Now, you can probably do it faster than I can. Our next word, we're going to change this to brunch. Go. Did you find it? Tap and say. P-r-a-n-ch. Brunch. Excellent. We're going to change this out. We're going to change brunch to bunch. What needs to go missing? What needs to go missing? Brunch to bunch. Tap and say, b-a-n-ch. Bunch. Excellent. Bunch to bench, please. Go. Now, if you have the tiles at home, you can be doing this along. You can be writing it also, or following along with me. Bunch to. Did you beat me? Probably. Let's tap and say, b-e-n-ch. Bench. And last one, bench, final sound, bench to bent. Go. Oh, what do I need? I don't even have what I need. Did you write it? Let's write it on the end. Bench to bent. Did you get it? Excellent. Well done. We have that phonological awareness all activated now. So let's jump into our definitions. So starting with a phoneme. So a phoneme is a single sound in a word. Then we have our grapheme. A grapheme is a letter or a group of letters that represent a single sound in a word. A syllable is a beat in a word, must have a vowel in it, and a digraph, remember this, digraph is two letters together that represent one phoneme. Trigraph, tri means three, so three letters together that represent one phoneme. And quad meaning four, so quadgraph is four letters together representing one phoneme. Okay, grapheme deck, here we go. We're starting with one that we learnt recently. So this represents the phoneme r, like in ring. So this one, remember, they were all to do with words that had twisting or bending or distorting. So I'm going to go through the grapheme deck today. This time, I'd like you to say the graphemes with me as it comes up. We won't do all of the explanations today, just the phoneme grapheme. You ready? Let's go. R, oo, I, s, a, e, oo, oo and you. Ow, o, j, or, ear, air. I, sh, a, and z. Excellent. Well done, everyone. Okay, grapheme deck is done. It's today's learning intention. So our learning intention today is we are going to use this grapheme, KN, to represent the phoneme N. Can you say that along with me, please? N. Okay, great. You already know this grapheme, don't you? This is the first way that we learn the phoneme N. Now we have our next grapheme. And you can see again, just like a previous lesson, it involves a silent letter. Now this silent letter is the K. So we have KN, N. Repeat. KN, N. Your turn, on your own, go. Brilliant. Excellent. Our key word for this grapheme is knife. So we can see here, N as in knife. Tap and say knife with me. N, I, F. So we have that first phoneme N represented by the letters KN. Terrific. Once again, like we've talked about with morphology, this comes from our Old English. So when the Germanic and English languages combined, it's one of those ones that they used to pronounce. So this actually hundreds of years ago was pronounced knife. But over time, the pronunciation changed, but the spelling remained the same and it became silent. So now we do not say knife, nope, but we do say knife. So all of our words to read and write today have this grapheme for the phoneme N. Fantastic. Time for our words to read. So as I'm putting them up, remember that all of our words to read today involve that silent letter, and we have KN representing, that's right, N. KN representing N. Now, just as I was doing that, did you remember what I've forgotten? Skywriting, of course. So stand up, make sure you've got lots of space around you because we need some big body movements, okay? So I'm going to hold up the grapheme for you. Get those two fingers, whichever one is your writing hand. Make sure you've got your two fingers ready. Really big movements, everybody. Really big movements. So down we go. K, N, N. Everybody together. K, N, N. Last time, go. K, N, N. Okay, let's now go to your pencil and paper. So pick up your pencil and paper, whatever you're using. Could be a whiteboard today. Perfectly okay. And I would like you to practice this handwriting formation. We know that K is one of our tall letters, so it must be taller than the N. So we start here. K, N, N. Okay, now I'm going to have to come down here. You can either do it along with me now or watch one more time just to make sure you've got it. K, N, N. See how I've got ready for linking? Okay, now one more time. K, N, N. That's not my favourite one. I haven't really joined that up properly. And you kind of want these two parts to be exactly the same length. You don't want one little bit going longer than the other. So I'm not really happy with that one. Next step always, of course, is to practice our linking. So I will show you, and if you would like to have a go at linking our K and N today, you can. Watching first. K, now it goes right to the top of the N. K, N, N. So this is the tricky part that you need to pay attention. From the bottom of your K, it goes to the top of the N, the letter N. You ready? Let's do it together. Get ready, do it with me. K, right to the top. N, N. One more time. K, N, N. Is your texter at home making as many squeaky sounds as mine is? Now, practice, practice, practice. If you're not ready to do words to read, pause me and have another go at this. So, practice as many times as you like. Some people find the print easier. Some people find linking easier. You find out what works best for you. Terrific. All right, how's your handwriting? All right, let's move on to words to read. Let's go over to our board. You see today that all of our letter K, N, N phoneme have all been colour-coded for us today. So let's follow our usual routine. First line, we're going to tap and say and decode together, and then we'll come down and read the last line all together. Then we'll reread it all through. Let's go. So decoding first. Tap and say. Get those fingers up for me. The word is no. N-O. No. Now you do your phoneme fingers while I'm pointing over here. N-O-T. Not. N-E-S. Knees. N-O-K. Knock. N-O-B. Knob. N-A-K-L. Knuckle. N-I-T. Night. N-E-L. Kneel. N-E-L-T. Knelt. If you still got your phoneme fingers happening, remember that's the way we store it in our brain for our writing as well. So it's really important. I'll remind you, let's go do this one together. Knack. N-A-K. Knack. Go back here. N-A-K. Knack. Keep going with phoneme fingers. N-it. It-ng. Knitting. Knife. Knife. Key word. Excellent. Let's read through for fluency now. So we can do the first row, I'll say, and you repeat, and then we'll read together the last two rows. So repeat after me. No. Not. Knees. Knock. Now together. Knob. Knuckle. Night. Kneel. Knelt. Knack. Knitting. Knife. Terrific. Okay, if your name starts with the letters A to M, read the top row. Go. No, not, knees, knock. If your name starts with N to Z, second row, let's go. Knob, knuckle, night, kneel, all together, knelt, knack, knitting, knife. Great. We do need to check if there are some words here that we might need to explain a bit further for our vocabulary. Remember today, you might have already worked this out, but today there are lots of words that are homonyms or homophones. So be careful of that. So homonyms, remember, they have the same spelling, the same pronunciation, but different meanings. And homophones is when they have the same sound, same pronunciation, but different spelling and different meanings. Okay, first question for today. Can you find any words in the top row that have a homophone? So something that sounds the same but spelt differently and different meaning. Homophones. Can you see? Okay. So no, this means to have knowledge, to understand knowledge of something. But its homophone is no, N-O, like opposite to yes. That was one. Did you find another one? Okay. Not. This not is when something is twisted and tied and combined, but it also has a homophone, which not, meaning no. Okay, well done. Next question. In your second column, can you find a body part? Actually, I used to play a game called Bones when I was a child. So, can you find it? Here we go. Knuckle, body part. We actually do a lot more of this in our vocabulary lesson later in the week. Last question for today. In the first column, can you find me a word that is the past tense for kneel? We have kneel over here, but I want the past tense. What's that word? Knelt. Very good. What comes next? Words to write. So while I'm getting the paper sorted, could you please sort your writing implements for me? It can be in your book today. It can be on your whiteboard. It doesn't matter as long as you are seated correctly. So try and sit at a table if you can. Hold your pencil correctly and make sure you pay attention to your handwriting. If you would like to link your KNs today, you can do that. All right, our first word for writing today. So our first word for writing today is not. Tap and say N-O-T, not. Have a go yourself first. N-O-T, not. N-O-T, N-O-T, not. How'd you go? I'm looking at my handwriting. Can you see what I'm not happy about? This one looks not quite right. I'm going to fix that up. You can fix up any of your handwriting that you're not happy with as well. You can also press pause and write the whole word again. Practice, practice, practice. Okay, next word for writing today. Our next word for writing is no. Now, it's not no, opposite to yes. It's know as in to have knowledge of something. Tap and say with me, N-O. Only two phonemes. N-O. N-O. You got it? Oops. N-O. O as in blow. Anchor word blow. O as in blow. Have a go at writing that all together, the whole word. No. N-O. No. Terrific. Next one. Knitting. N-it. It-ing. Knitting. Do it with me, or you can always pause and have a go on your own first. N-it. It-ing. N-it. It-ing. Knitting. N-it. It-ing. Knitting. Now, why do I have a double T here? Tell me, I'm listening. Why do I have a double T here? Do you remember our 1-1-1 rule? So look at that base word. knit, one syllable word. One short vowel followed by one consonant in our base word. So when I'm adding that suffix, I need to double the consonant. Knitting. Terrific. Let's do a different one. Let's do knuckle. Last word for today, knuckle. Tap and say, n-a-k-ul, knuckle, knuckle. Now it's k as in duck. Yeah. Duck. Got that CK in your head? Okay, let's do it. Knuckle. N-a-k-ul. Knuckle. Write the whole word for me. N-a-k-ul. Knuckle. Terrific. Let's go down the final column and read those words through. Ready? Not, no, knitting, knuckle. Great job. Okay, we've come to the end of lesson 46 already. So what was our learning intention today? Let's go back and review. So our learning intention today was our new grapheme KN, and it represents that N phoneme like N as in nose. But because it's a spelling that comes from a long time ago, so old Germanic, old English words, remember they used to pronounce this k-n. But no, that's completely gone out of fashion. And now, in the present time, and for the last few hundred years, mind you, this has become silent. So now we say n. Excellent. Just before we sign off for today, it's our independent task. So, our independent task today. I love this picture of this knight. Here's our knight. And what is he doing? He's kneeling. I wonder what he's going to get up to. You think about when knights were popular. A few hundred years ago, what were they doing? Usually going off on great odysseys and adventures. Usually had a sword because they were slaying some beast or dragon. Think about a paragraph you could write, trying to use as many of these KN words to write about what this knight is going to do. Okay, that's your task today. Thanks for joining in. I'll see you next time.